Letting your network know what you're doing is also a very easy lift thing to do. Just by saying it, even if you're not saying, hey, I want your services or I want to sell you my services directly, you're saying, hey, just to let you know, I opened up a grant writing business. I'm offering grant writing and funding services. And if you know anyone that needs any of my assistance or could benefit from them, please send them my way. Getting your first clients as a freelance grant writer can feel intimidating for sure, but it doesn't have to. It's actually one of the easiest things to do. And actually, people always talk about just falling into freelance grant writing because as soon as you mention you know how to write grants or you're interested in writing grants, believe you me, you're going to turn people's heads. They're going to be looking at you asking, hey, I need your support, especially now when we need to write really high quality grants and when people are looking for more diverse funding sources. So let's talk about, as a freelance grant writer, how you can get your first clients. We're going to talk about 8 ways today. And these are by no means all of the ways. In fact, inside the Academy, we have how to identify 50 nonprofit leads in 1 hour. And we give you scripts to reach out to them and so much more. So easy. And if you don't know me, my name is Holly Rustig, CEO of the Freelance Grant Writer Academy and the Grant Professional Mentorship. We help aspiring and seasoned grant writers replace their full-time income on part-time hours writing grants from home. So let's talk about getting your first clients. Your first clients can be secured through a variety of ways, right? Here are these 8 ways that we're going to talk about today. But like I said, there's definitely more ways than this. So number 1, reaching out to friends and family. Everybody knows somebody who works at a nonprofit, sits on a board of directors, or has heard about grants before. And just by getting your name out there, even if they don't know anyone, they'll start talking about you and then somebody else will know that. Or when they finally hear about a nonprofit, they'll remember you. What I love about friends and family is they already have the 3 factors of marketing that are already built in with you. The know, K-N-O-W, they know you. 2, they trust you. And 3, they like you, hopefully. Right? Enough to refer out. And it's easy to say, hey, family member, or friend, would you mind just referring me to any nonprofits that you may know or organizations who are looking for grant funding, especially during these times, because you might not have known I opened a side business or I'm now available to write grants. They'll be like, oh, wow. So your name is definitely going to come up in any kind of future conversations. Number 2, reaching out to colleagues or peers. You may already work inside a nonprofit organization, university, school, or place, or municipality where folks may be more familiar with grant writing than your friends and family. Letting your network know what you're doing is also a very easy lift thing to do. Just by saying it, even if you're not saying, hey, I want your services or I want to sell you my services directly, you're saying, hey, just to let you know, I opened up a grant writing business. I'm offering grant writing and funding services. And if you know anyone that needs any of my assistance or could benefit from them, please send them my way, right? It can be very easy. And believe you me, people will talk about you and send you referrals. Number 3, reach out to a previous employer, especially if they're nonprofits, right? It's another way to get easy referrals. Even if it's not, just let them know what you're doing. Once again, you're putting your sphere of influence around and you're reaching out to the matrix of people that you may know. And if you didn't know, the number 1 way that people and freelance grant writers get clients is through referrals. Number 4, reaching out to other professionals or joining professional organizations. It is highly recommended, I definitely recommend all of you, to join a chamber of commerce in your area or other professional organization. I love reaching out to my contacts in these associations who are lawyers, bookkeepers, marketers, etc., and meeting up for a network referral call and asking, hey, do you have any referrals that might be interested in grant writing services? And then I'll send them people that might be interested in bookkeeping, like always nonprofit clients that I have also want bookkeeping or legal things, right? So we share referrals back and forth. And if you do this intentionally, it's quite an easy lift. Once again, it's warm, it's a warm lead, right? They're letting people know about you, et cetera, and introducing you. You can say, hey, can you please send an email to that person and CC me inside of it and introduce us. That is a very warm lead. Number 5, attending conferences or events. It's a great idea to go to conferences where decision makers of your ideal client go and attend. For example, Brian inside the mentorship, he serves nonprofits that help during environmental disasters. So where does he go? He attends environmental disaster conferences, whereas nonprofit decision makers are going. And he's usually the only one there with a grant writing booth. I know some people are like, oh, I should go to that grant writing conference, and you can definitely find clients there too. But you don't have to go to something that's just strictly a nonprofit conference or a grant writing conference. Go to what the cause area is too, and where decision makers are going to be. 6, cold calls. Some people also just reach out to nonprofits or organizations and see if they would be interested in their services. This is absolutely fine, although it can feel a little intimidating. That's why we created an entire campaign around how to do this inside the Academy, so you don't feel sleazy with sales, and we have this ethical nonprofit sales system. There is different things that you can do as far as first warming up to the nonprofit, following them on social media, seeing what they're doing, commenting on their things, being really engaged before you even reach out. That can feel a lot warmer. 7, posting up flyers in your community. If you guys still have the old cork boards, go to town on putting up your business cards and those types of things. That can just be an extra little touch if somebody sees that in your community, and can be really, really nice. Some people even have digital boards as well where you could post up something too. And finally, I'm getting to one that you might have thought about first, but this is my last recommendation, is social media and online. Some grant writers love to have Facebook, LinkedIn profiles, and other social media to get clients, and they get them through direct messages or just by posting and being relevant and out there in their community online. But I'll say that this is a little bit of a colder way of marketing and can take a little longer to build up. So I recommend that you go through chronologically today of what I have laid out. But yeah, if you want to keep posting on Facebook once a week in the meantime, right, before you get to number 8, go for it. That is totally fine. But I would say these other ways are actually much quicker in getting your first client. There are so many other ideas that we come up with, and we actually have a Freedom to Fail challenge, which is so much fun because fail for us is forward action is liberating, where we give you a marketing thing every single week in our Slack channel in the Academy, just to give you ideas of how to market. And these are by no means all for social media, although we do have social media things on there as well. But we know a lot of people in the Freelance Grant Writer Academy and freelance grant writers in general don't even have websites. Some of them aren't even on social media, nor do they want to be, and they are still fully booked. Once again, you don't need many clients to book out your freelance grant writing business, right? So having 4 or 5 clients could be totally enough for you to even have a 6-figure salary and to be completely fine. That could just be filled easily through referrals. These are other ways that you can easily tap into as well.